Hello everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Real Talk podcast, proudly brought to you by CMAS. My name is Naomi and I'm one of your hosts for today. You all know how we do it. It's always engaging, it's always fun, it's always exciting. And I'm not always here alone. I'm here with my two beautiful hosts and they go by
Odunayo. Hi everyone, I'm Odunayo. Welcome to the show.
Welcome back to the show, Daniel. And here also I have Temi, my beautiful Temi. Welcome to the show, Temi.
Thank you, Naomi.
And here with us today, good morning. Now here with us today, we have the presence of a guest, somebody who will help us to walk it through today with his own insights. And he go by.
Hi everyone, my name is Daniel. I'm a content creator and also a director. It's nice to be here.
Nice to have you.
You're
around,
welcome,
sir.
Mr. Daniel.
Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you very much.
So today we are going to be talking about the duality of introverts and extroverts in the society, the essence, how they contribute to the society, what they mean, and how people used to carry the name around. So today we are going to be starting off with the first question.
Yes. So guys, before we move on, I would like to put this out there as always. We would like to unpack the duality of extroverts and introverts, right? So we'll be comparing and contrasting these two words. These words are human personality traits, and I think every one of us here has
each trait
his own traits, right?
Yes.
So guys, the first question goes by, do you guys think people really know what introvert and extrovert means?
The word introvert and extrovert is like very, very misused in this society today. I don't know if we all agree, because everybody feel that they are introverts. Somebody that probably you don't have anything to do today, or you feel that you don't have a work today and you're being like left with no other option than to stay indoors. They now end up calling themselves introverts. So I don't know. That's the
And while
perception I have
people
in my
that
head.
are energetic or feel like doing something,
They feel that they are extroverts, but like the distinction can differ in other people's perspective.
Yeah, personally for me, I feel like people misunderstand the word introvert and extrovert. Yeah, people think because you are shy, you are an introvert, or because you are loud, you are an extrovert. Personally for me, I feel like that's wrong.
But shyness does not really depict.
No, being an
introvert.
introvert it's actually a person that actually enjoys his or her personal time, like
His own moment
time.
alone.
yeah, alone.
Are you an introvert or extrovert?
Personally, I'm more of an introvert than an
What about you,
extrovert.
Naomi? Are you introvert or extrovert?
Should I say I'm an ambivert?
I'm an ambivert too. Sometimes I feel like going out. Sometimes I feel like I just want to stay home
Stay
today. I don't want to go anywhere. What of you,
But
Tim?
then, to me, I don't think you can be extroverts all through and or introverts. So I think there will
Everybody's
there's
ambivert.
always a level to it. It's either maybe 20%, 80%. So maybe because one is more higher than the other one. So
But
that's
there's
why
no
people
way you
say-
can be 100%.
Yes, you cannot be 100%
introvert or-
introvert or yeah.
100%.
So it can be maybe 80, 70, but because it is more higher, so you just feel like, okay, I'm an extrovert. But then that doesn't mean you are fully an extrovert.
I disagree with that. It's personally for me, I feel like it's either you're an introvert or you're an extrovert. You can't tell me that you're an introvert. You're having an introvert personality and part of an extrovert
It's
personality.
possible.
It's not possible.
Have you heard of ambivert?
See, there's no such I know there's a word ambivert, being an introvert and being an extrovert.
Extrovert.
But me, I feel like it's not possible. It's either you're an introvert or you're an extrovert. Okay, let me say, for instance, you being an introvert,
Okay.
and you're trying to, you are this kind of person that you are calm. You are always you prefer doing your things on your own. You love your personal
Your
space.
space, yeah.
That's who you are. You are an introvert. Then you now trying to probably because of you work in an open environment, you have no option but to vibe with these people just to attain your work assignments. You are only trying to do it because of there's a reason behind that. So you can't say because you are trying to do work within your space, makes you an extrovert. Being an extrovert has so many personality. It's either you're an introvert or you're an extrovert. You can't be the both of them.
Okay, but why I said you can't be 100% extrovert is I think when I was in secondary school we all thought about this temperament or something, like you are either sanguine, choleric, melancholic, phlegmatic and the likes. So a sanguine is actually an extrovert, and even a choleric is an extrovert. But we thought that you cannot be 100%. It's either you are 20% melancholic or an 80% sanguine, and then you'll be like, okay, because I'm vocal, like I can talk anywhere, I'm outspoken and the likes, you're an extrovert. But that doesn't mean you don't have a trait of an introvert in you.
So all these things that you mentioned are attributes of a human being, or
sure.
Okay, because
like a sanguine is people that love speaking, like outspoken and likes, and sanguine. And the choleric is being bossy, like you like to lead the things, like you have a trait of leadership and the likes in you.
So those
and
are
extroverts. The melancholic and the phlegmatic, two of them are introverts.
Sorry
like,
to differ, but under what cause does that fall in? Under what?
Because this is my first time of hearing it, actually.
Same
To
as
be very
No, under what
honest.
cause?
It's angolic.
I've never heard of.
Like I really wanted to know.
No, the thing is not a cause per se, but my school back then, the secondary school, like
Okay,
Is it
secondary school.
yeah, they just come, they come and give us-
orientate you guys.
something like that.
Okay.
So there's this and pamphlet they gave us about it, to read more about it, so that you will be able to discover yourself, know more about yourself.
Okay.
So and that's it. So we thought like you cannot be 100% extrovert. Like it's either you are 20% melancholic. Melancholic are those people that be like, I will do it later. I don't feel like going out. All those cool and kind,
Because
like
of those
calm,
traits.
like
Okay.
So that's it. So we thought that you can actually mix the two. It's not a must that you are 100%
Extrovert.
vocal. Yeah. So that's why
But
I said
in
you
some
can.
situations, let's not forget that there are some people that are being forced to be rendered introverts, probably because of the way they look, or probably because of the circle they find themselves
Or
in.
something that has happened to them in the past.
Yeah.
Trauma.
So yeah, and majority of people that call themselves introverts are mostly likely to be depressed, passing through one or two. It's not as if they are, somebody brings up a spark in them that they cannot bring out their full personality, but like they are being subjected to be introverted because of what they are facing through. So let's not forget that fact too, because a lot of people are depressed, and in the process of being depressed, they call themselves introverts. Not everybody that is indoors.
They are using the word
is
to
introverted.
Yeah, I understand. Even body shaming is part of it.
It's
Like
part
when you
of
body
it.
shame people, they feel like, let me just stay inside.
Just like there are a lot of women that are passing through this thing called PCOS. I don't know if it's like really widely talked about, but I feel it should be talked about here. I know a lot of people that are passing through that, and most of them, their physical appearance have deteriorated, in the sense that they cannot find themselves out there again. Most of them have grown beards. So in that sense, if you call them out, like, please, let's hang out, and they'll be like, no, I thought you used to be the life of the party. Why are you not coming out to hang out? You don't know that they are depressed, probably because they are passing through that PCOS. So and so on and so forth. People passing through financial things, mental, all those kind of. So they can also be falsely introverted.
Yeah, because there's a reason behind them being an introvert.
Yeah,
But it still does not change the fact that, okay, you are an extrovert, right? So,
but you can make.
She made mention of not being financially stable. The moment that particular person, okay, that money comes, you see his exact trait. Yes,
that's the true color. People do not understand what.
Just like the other gender.
That's the main reason why I'm saying people misunderstand the word introvert and extrovert. Yes, you being an introvert does not mean that you
are shy.
Yes, or does not mean that you don't have that little trait of extrovert. Yeah, I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say.
It does, because earlier on you were like, you can't be. It's either you're 100% extrovert or introvert. So what do you not mean by what you just said?
There are sometimes when we all find ourselves that we really need to be in the midst of people, or sometimes we find out that we don't really need to, like, we don't want to come out, like, so, sometimes you feel like there is need for you to go out, and sometimes you feel that there is no need for you to like go out. You just want to be
Sometimes
be
you
indoors.
have the money, you are not depressed, nothing is doing, you just want to
Exactly.
be at home.
So does that really make you
On-
an ambivert?
On the second day, you can feel like, oh, I want to go out today, I want to spend, blah blah blah. So that's why we said there's
Does that really make one an
Probability of-
ambivert?
I still stand on my words. I don't believe there's any. I don't see ambivert as something.
as
It's
as a trait.
yes, it's either you're an introvert or you're an extrovert. In a situation whereby you feel like, okay, I just want to be on my own. Yeah, there's more likeliness that you're an introvert, right? And situation can make you feel the form of you want to do things with people. And trust me, if you want to do that particular things with people, you will definitely go back to that your introverted lifestyle.
So you're trying to say that ambivert is as a coincidence of being indecisive.
Yes, 100%. You just don't know which
what
you
want?
want.
That's good.
Which where you
you
belong to.
actually want. It's, for me, I believe it's either you're an introvert or you're an extrovert.
That
you
is
can't,
wrong. That is
you,
wrong
You
to
can't
say.
pair yourself as being the both of them.
That
you
is
just
very,
have
very.
to be
See,
one.
you as a person, are you trying to tell me that there are times that you feel that you really want to be left alone, despite the fact that you are the life of a party? Like whenever you are in a party, you used to ball, like you used to enjoy yourself, but like sometimes you feel like I just really need to be indoors. That's what you're trying
And
to tell me.
there won't be any strings attached. It's not like you don't have the money or you are depressed or
It's
something has
because
happened to you. You just
There's a
feel
reason
like,
for me trying to be extroverted.
what if there is
There
no
is-
reason?
Wait, is it that?
Then see, I will literally have to fake it just to accomplish that reason.
As for you,
Yes. No. Generally, yes.
So you're
You're
trying
on
to
behalf
argue
of
the fact
other
that the
people.
word ambivert doesn't
I'm
exist.
not saying the word ambivert has no doesn't
Has
exist
no
or
essence.
has no
Okay.
essence. No, I'm saying personally for me, I feel like it's not supposed to be there. It's either you're an introvert or you're an extrovert. Because of for you to shift from being an introvert or from being an extrovert to an introvert, there must be a reason behind it, and it still does not change the fact that you are fully introvert or
See, Mr. Lennon, let me
extrovert.
tell you, there are people like on 100%, there are
Yeah.
people that are 60% introverted, and there are people that are 40% extroverted.
Exactly.
You can't change that about them. It doesn't mean that they can't come out if you call them.
And
They will
aside
come
from
out
that-
in their own convenience.
Okay.
In their own convenience. Me personally, I can go out, I can stay indoors, but like my staying indoors like supersedes my going out.
out.
So you can't really say that I should rule out the fact that I call myself an ambivert because I should pick one side.
On the other hand,
I know what I am.
there are actually people that feel like going out. We are not disputing the fact that there are no people that feel like going out, but then there are things that are hindering them from going out. We are not disputing that fact. But there are people that like ambivert exist. Do you understand? There are people that today they feel like going out and tomorrow, and there's no strings attached to it. It's not like they do not have the
I'm
money.
not saying it does not exist, right? I'm saying me personally, I feel like
So I just
it
want us to
shouldn't
be on the
should not.
same
then,
level.
Mr. Daniel, like the way you are just talking now, is more or less like you are saying. We choose to. I think this thing is a trait, like something inbuilt, like innate.
Exactly.
It's not that you just choose to, you just switch like that. So, like it's something inbuilt, like that's who you are. That's
So, do you-
But the way you are talking as if I just choose to be an introvert today and tomorrow I might
See,
choose to
because
be.
you feel this does not mean that thing doesn't exist.
Right,
You can
yeah.
define yourself. You can't define another person. You can't
Yeah,
define
sure.
yourself as an extrovert. Let me ask you now: you an introvert or an extrovert?
I'm an introvert.
You're an introvert.
Yes.
You don't like going out. So
See,
no, it's not. He can
So you
say
don't party, you don't do like.
See, no. People do misunderstand the word being an introvert.
Okay, help us
I can be
explain.
an
Help us
introvert. Let me say, for instance,
Okay.
now
Because-
I come in a gathering. I'm always on my own. People say, this boy don't like talking. No, this boy don't like to socialize with
Associating
people.
with people.
Yeah, but deep down, if you should come close to me, talk to me, and with time we get to know each other. You not feel this boy na wero. He gets to know for your body.
You get a back head.
Yeah. That does not mean that the fact that you've come close to me and you see that okay, I can actually speak up. Does not change me being an introvert, or does not make me an ambivert.
The human personality trait comes out depending on the environment you find yourself. Is that what you're trying to say?
Like what I said, there must be a situation to push you out of that introverted lifestyle too.
Meaning you might get to work
but
and
you
feel
still fall back to you being an introvert.
Okay.
See, let me tell you, this thing you just mentioned, I feel like I should just call it genetic. There are people that are genetically calm. Like, this is just them. They can't even explain it. They can't force it. This is whom they are. If they are
then
in a circle,
automatically they are.
It doesn't make the person an introvert. No, see, let me tell you.
Okay.
First, you understand the meaning of being introverted. Second, you understand the meaning of being extroverted.
Okay.
And the essence. Lots of people that are introverted, like I said earlier, are depressed. They do not choose to be introverted. Now, let me tell you, because you have a calm personality, or because you feel that you don't want to be out
sorry
there.
To cut you.
Sorry
to cut short.
I want to explain something.
I might end up.
Okay. Say it.
Okay, you made mention of being depressed, right? Okay, before being depressed, what was the person? Is it an introvert or an? Okay, let me just say, for instance, before that person gets to be depressed or something, right? That person might be an extrovert just because of, okay, something is happening now. You're not depressed. You fall back to being an introvert. Trust me, with time, you're going to heal from that stuff.
Yeah,
you go back to your extrovert
being an extrovert.
lifestyle. So this is the same thing I'm saying. There was a reason behind that person shifting to being an introvert.
Anything that has a word,
for sure, go back to your extroverted lifestyle.
Anything that has a word exists. Anything that exists in this life that is scientifically
I'm not saying it does not exist. It do exist, but I'm saying me personally, I'm saying me personally, right? I don't see a need for that. It's either you're an introvert or you are extrovert.
You don't see the need, or they don't exist. I want to get your point. You do not see the need for ambiverts to exist, or ambiverts do not exist. Where are you standing on?
I feel like they don't have enough reason to prove that it actually works, because
this is something that is physically proven. I am standing here and telling you that I am an ambivert. Are you trying to
ambivert? No,
it's erase my existence because of what you feel and how you feel?
See, it's either you're an introvert or an extrovert.
I am an ambivert.
Okay,
there is a word for it.
Let me ask you.
If there is no word for it now, I would say it doesn't exist.
Let me ask you. Are you more of an introvert?
I basically just said it earlier. I said I am more introverted than extroverted.
Then you're an introvert.
I am not an introvert. I'm an ambivert.
Okay.
I can go out when I choose to go out, when I find it convenient for me, and when I'm out there. Like,
you just said when you find it convenient for you, because there's a reason for that, right?
See, this thing, you're just arguing based on how you feel, and it doesn't make any sense, because a one-man squad does not really mean something that lots of people, multitudes have proven.
Okay.
Should not easily be erased like that because of how Mr. Daniel feels. Okay. No, ambiverts exist. I am a true example of an ambivert. I am 70% introverted and 30% extroverted.
I'm not saying,
that doesn't mean that I do not exist as an ambivert.
You are misunderstanding.
That is what you're saying.
But if you are 70% introvert,
I'm not saying
30%.
I'm not saying there's no ambivert.
You should be 50-50.
There is a percentage there. There is a percentage.
70 is over 30 already.
So
we are not.
You can call yourself ambivert.
I am an ambivert.
Oh my God.
Do you know why? See,
it's only 50-50 that proves being ambivert.
Should I tell you something? See, should I tell you something?
Even if where we be, it should be 50-50.
Let me put out something there.
Okay.
Somebody that you can fully call an introvert is somebody that this person doesn't want to go out. You do not, like, the person cannot be seen in a social space, even when she feels that okay, it is up to me to come out and come to this party because the person that is hosting it is my family member. When they're there, you know that this person is an introvert. Why? Because the person will be seated The person will be basically forced to dance. You'll be basically forced to come and greet people and do other things. Why? Because the person is an introvert. But an ambivert, you do not force an ambivert to come out. The person will come out because the person feels that he or she needs to come out. And when the person is in a party, the person enjoys it to the fullest. You can't rule out my existence because of how you feel or because of how you feel.
But that should be 50-50 instead of
that
being
is not 50-50 because the number of times I go out, because I am always
Okay,
mostly
okay,
like,
now
I don't want to go out.
Do you know,
you are
see,
not based on the
let me shock
number
you.
of time you go out. You are not judging based on what
The word ambivert.
you are not.
really
You are
means.
not.
But no, I am trying to explain to you because people are trying to rule out the fact that
No,
ambivert does
nobody is
not
ruling out that fact. No,
that is
no,
what
no,
is that
no.
do not change.
Are we
it.
judging
not looking at the
this
fact that
based
there's
on
no
the time to go
ambivert.
out or based on the time you interact?
But then me, I feel like
It's basically the same thing. Interaction means like if you're interacting, you are being extroverted. If you're not interacting, you're being introverted. Yeah, so it's not. It doesn't mean.
Do you know that most of
Does
the
not
time
mean-
you will have to fake it just
I
for you
do
to
not trust me.
shift.
I do not fake
See.
it. If I'm out there, you can't force an ambivert to come out. But an extrovert, you can force the person to come out. And when the person is out there, you will know that this person. You see this person, you know they like come out. You don't come this party again.
As
They call
an-
them
see,
party spoilers.
No,
but you can't
no,
come
no,
here
no.
party
As an
spoiler.
extrovert, you
Guys,
automatically
guys.
fall out.
so. An introvert is a five
So what do you
pillar.
guys? What do you guys think about?
It's a vibe killer, obviously, because they don't feel the need. They're always judgmental. Introverts, I'm sorry to say, though there are people, just like I said earlier, that are being forced to be introverted because they are depressed.
Yeah,
and which is
okay.
bad.
So
in the
do you
society.
think an introvert can collaborate with extrovert effect?
If introvert can collaborate with extrovert,
Of course,
in
of
what?
course,
Effectively.
Absolutely, I think they can.
of course. they
Mr.
can.
Daniel, please
Of
answer
course.
that.
It has to do with determination. For instance, I'm an introvert and I find myself in a workspace that I have to socialize. Or I'm working under someone that I know clearly the person is an extrovert. See, there is no how. I will have to push myself to like socialize and ask questions, do things just for it to
But
work.
I feel like if
perfect.
you're an introvert,
Yeah.
you don't. There is no need for you to force that vibe.
Let me tell you, Mr.
No,
Mr. Daniel, you are an ambivert. You are an ambivert.
You can't push.
You're even confused.
an attitude.
Like,
no.
No, I want him to say something.
That's
What
what
he
I'm
wants.
saying now.
Oh, yeah?
I just say something now that you might end up faking it. Not that that's what you are.
An introvert
I'm literally
never
happy-
For you
fails.
to be able to fake it. That's if you are introvert, you won't be able
You
to
don't
fake
fake
it. There's
it.
no way you
Introvert
will.
No. Me trying to like socialize because there's a reason behind that. Because of I know that okay, this is my workspace. For me to make things work perfectly, for me to be able to earn myself a salary, I will have to do this thing this way. That does not change that change me
fact
from
that
being
you're
trying to say that
introvert.
No.
introvert to an extrovert. No, it's not
Introverts
possible.
do work too. Introverts do work too. If
They
they're-
do
if they're-
work.
Exactly.
Oh,
If they're
stop.
found in
She
selected-
asked the question if introverts can collaborate with an extrovert effectively,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I'm trying
That's
to tell
the
you
question.
that yes, that they can based on determination. Let me say, for instance, now.
Determination of-
Remember the word
In
from
what
that
sense?
person, from that person, you have to
Okay.
determine to work for you to achieve what your main aim in that organization. Let me say, for instance, now I'm an introvert. I got employed, probably in a big environment. I know that I have no.
Leave work out. What if you have an extrovert friend? Leave work out.
See,
This is it. I think
that question that he just answered now. You said yes, but I'm trying to tell you that introverts and extroverts do not collide effectively.
Effect.
But when
I
they are
guess
being
so.
found in a work environment, they can work in hand. Why? Because they have a
They have
an
a goal.
aim. They have something they want to
they-
achieve.
yes, they want to
and see,
achieve.
when you find that scenario, you always know that you see these two people. That's why in a workspace you always see people say, "I know if you work with this person, I beg this one." They always do like JJC.
Yeah, exactly.
They always do anyhow.
That's
And
how it should be.
That's why I said it's based on determination. You have to push yourself just to
If you're
what
truly
you
an
want.
introvert, there is no way
They
you cannot
do not.
escape. You cannot prove.
Then you
cannot
end up
prove what
losing
you
the
don't
job.
have. You cannot prove what you don't have.
See,
Okay, this is
I think
it.
we are missing the point here. they cannot work effectively. Why? It's not because they can't work to achieve what they are being put up to in that workspace. So, but like their personal there's something called teamwork in a workspace. They cannot be in the same team. Even if they are in the same team, there will always be this interpersonal enmity between them.
But if they are friends,
introverts and like they can be friends. Yeah, introverts can in some situations, but like their friendship never works because one is always judgmental. No, let's not say introverts are judgmental. Extroverts are always feeling that introverts are judgmental. They always judge them. Somebody does not want to go to party does not mean that the person is judging you. Do you get? But like if they are friends, we are friends now. You are introverted, I'm extroverted, and I'll be like, Oduna, come, let's go to the party. They missed my friend is hosting a party. I'll be like, I beg, I no one go jare. Tomorrow too, I'll go. Oduna,
so that's not party
at the beach. Let's go. I will be feeling bad that this guy they judge me. I don't fit there with you.
Yes,
so the friendship can't work.
It can work. Because maybe if you want this thing to work out, like I'm willing to be your friend for real, and you're also willing to be my friend. There's a way that we both can compromise, like
that's
a little bit.
That's why I say determination.
Once we compromise, we can still work things out. Might not be okay 50-50, but then you find ways to come together and make things work.
Putting introvert and extrovert in the same sentence and also trying to infiltrate effectiveness in their midst doesn't really work.
For me, I feel like it works.
Or at the end of the day, one might later influence the other.
You can't influence an introvert, but you can influence an ambivert to be like to be
fully extrovert or introvert.
To be like, I said I am 70%. I said I'm 70% introverted and 30% extroverted. No, an extrovert in this scenario now can easily influence me to be like that 30% introverted, but you can't rule out the fact that I'm introvert.
So now are we now concluding to the fact that extroverts and introverts are opposite each other? Like
they can't work effectively together. Like,
are they words and opposite? Do you get?
Of course, are.
Being an introvert is the direct opposite of an extrovert.
Of course, they are.
Are you sure about that?
Yes. Of course, it is.
So, what about introvert? What do they bring that sometimes gets taken for granted? Introverts. What they bring in what sense? Like what like in a gathering now. Introverts, they are critical thinkers. They think a lot. Yes, you do not even understand the meaning of it. You said you're an introvert. What do you bring that gets taken for granted? If you're an introvert, you'll be a critical thinker. Like you always observe. You observe a lot.
But to the public, introvert brings nothing.
Introverts bring nothing.
Yes, brings nothing.
The worst successful man is an introvert. Let me tell you. Do you know about all these are about Einstein? Do you think that
that's what I'm trying to confirm? If they are words and opposite.
If they had the time for partying and have the time for friends, camping and everything, do you think they would have achieved half of the things they achieved? Mark Zuckerberg. Have you seen Mark Zuckerberg in any gathering that he's always like, we want to build this Microsoft software? I'm not saying they're introverted, but like.
What makes you believe that Mark Zuckerberg or...
I'm not saying they are introverted. I'm just telling you that they exhibit the traits of an introvert
in them
because they are critical thinkers. They're always trying to produce one or two, and they're always mostly taken for granted. See, the last time, what was this thing that this man posted? Mark Zuckerberg, he posted something. I've really forgotten, but like when that thing was outside on social media, people were like, this man, this is not really fit you. Like anytime he's kind of person, anytime he's trying to like socialize or trying to be out there, he's always like perceived to be weird. Why? Because he's always
so wait. You are trying to say that because let's say for instance
I'm not trying to say
no. Let's say for instance he's an introvert. So you're trying to tell me that it's because he's an introvert that makes him this successful.
Obviously.
No, that's wrong.
No.
He's opportune.
Extroverts can be successful.
He's opportune.
Exactly.
He's just opportune.
Don't forget, he's opportune. How can you say he's opportune?
Yes, now the opportunity is there for him. Probably
he worked for it.
Yes.
Somebody that worked and failed many times.
You can't tell me.
opportuned.
No, you can't tell me that it's because of he's an introvert that made him this. See, we have
said probably be wrong.
1,001 introverts in Nigeria that is not successful.
Allegedly, he exhibits. It's not even that he exhibits the traits of an introvert, and it's only introverts that can critically
Mark Zuckerberg is even an introvert because of his this kind of calm, quiet person. But that does not mean that because he's an introvert that makes him this wealthy.
See Otedola now. Is he no, it's not Otedola. Adeleke. This man that is Otedola. Thank you.
Adenuga.
These two men that I mentioned, have you for once stumbled upon their picture? They have been invited to a place and you see them dancing. The few times I've seen them, they're always dancing that even people had to like drag them and be like, be like, this one a rich man dancing. No, why? Because they are not, they don't want to be out there. They are not out there. They are not
you don't know their childhood.
But social media is there. You can't stop an introverted person. Cardi B is rich. Cardi B is an extrovert. She's out there. She has money. She's not introverted. Genevieve Naji, she is rich. But we all know that she's an extrovert.
Cardi B is a musician. See, there's no how. You have to push yourself.
We have
out
musicians
there.
Thames is a musician. Thames is out there because she has to sing. She has to perform for her audience. But we both know that she's not the kind of person that.
Don't go to Thames. Let's not go there.
See, you know that the personality of Irasta and Thames. Let's bring it back to Nigeria. Okay. Irasta and Thames, both of them. Can you call both of them extroverts?
I've not seen them.
The same traits.
Do you know that before Thames before she switched to being a musician, she was working outside with a company.
Introverts do work.
She was working as a marketing something under the marketing department. For you to be able to work on the marketing department, you must be vocal.
She worked on a marketing department.
Yes, now.
Oh, really?
Yes,
she might be an ambivert, but like what I'm trying to tell you is that you can never dim the lights of an extrovert.
I see stand on my ground that there's no such thing like ambivert. I don't feel like ambivert should be a word.
They are trying to room me out.
No. You can't just say that.
You're a full-blown introvert. Don't shift from that.
I am not an introvert. Look at me talking. You can't force an introvert to talk.
Of course, because you need to.
If an introvert is here, you that is claiming to be an introvert, you won't be arguing with me.
No, because of it.
Introverts don't argue.
Because of I have
at one point.
No.
Even to say that just one thing.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Shy. Yes.
No, that's what I'm saying. People confuse being shy to as being an introvert. No. Being calm, the fact that I'm calm does not mean that I'm an introvert. No.
Should introverts should they really be what should I say supported? Like the word introvert, does it even really need to exist in the society? Because 70% of introverts are depressed people, and depressed people like the rate of suicidal event is not an event. It's, suicidal rates like are being attributed to being depressed and being depressed introvert. So I feel the chain is there. Should that word even really exist in our society? I do not support introverts. I don't know.
Yes, of course it should exist. Yes, of course
people
it should
exist. Not mingle with people.
See, if you're saying it's a trait, then it should exist.
Yes, because there must be something to categorize them under. Since there's an extrovert, there's definitely a need to be
an introvert. And we cannot be the same. All of us cannot be the same.
Yeah, I feel like there are two.
But if being introvert is coined with depression, trauma, whatever.
Thank you.
No,
wait. She's actually headed somewhere.
Okay. So if being introvert is coined with depression, trauma, or whatever, that means you should work on yourself.
Exactly.
And at that point, you are not even an introvert. You can't call yourself an introvert. Because condition make you be an introvert.
Now condition make you
don't have to be depressed for you to be an introvert.
So if you are truly an introvert,
do you know that there are so many people that are depressed and they're still living their life like as if nothing is happening.
But most people that are being called introverts these days are depressed.
That's what I'm traumatized. Because
most people,
Daniel,
with social media and everything that is happening now, you not say that you want to be on your own space. No,
that's where I'm driving at. See, there are types of introverts. that there are societal influenced introverts and there are genetically influenced. It's not even genetical introverts. People that are genetically introverted. So those people that societal influenced introverts, they should not in any way be encouraged. Why? Because it always leads to depression, and depression leads to suicide.
Okay, but do you know that if, let me say, like you mentioned depression or something, I keep saying it, if that person finds an opportunity to move out from that depression, that he or she will switch back to his
the normal
rightful traits.
But you agree with the fact that there are people that are societally influenced
Of
introverts.
course.
Yeah, of course, but then I don't
course,
think they should
there
be
is.
called introverts.
They're introverted because of
I don't think
what
they should
they're
be called
passing
that.
through.
because
Your
condition.
circumstance
And,
does.
and awareness should be created for such people. Like, if you feel that you're like if you feel that you are introverted because of what the world is pushing out to you, you should actually really, really step out there, because once there is life, there is hope.
There's hope.
And they
Yeah,
say
sure.
that the
And
devil's
then-
workshop, an idle man is the devil's
the
workshop. So you don't rule yourself as an introverted person because of what life is showing you. Life they show all of us shege.
No, you are not.
Seriously.
There is always
Seriously.
somebody that is going through worse
Seriously.
than you.
Yeah,
So
sure,
that
sure.
word introvert is not something to brag about.
But there is nothing bad in you
Being an introvert,
or
naturally.
saying natural, or saying okay, I just want to be in my own space, I don't want to go out. Nothing is
no,
bad.
I'm not judging people that do that. Those ones,
That
they are
one is not.
genetically calm.
Yeah, that one is normal.
They're
That one's
calm.
just.
So it's not as if they're passing through one or two. They are even enjoying more than you, because inside there they are working, they are making their cash, and they are not spending
Seriously.
it. Because once you step out, it's debit now.
Even inside that,
Exactly.
all way that way. All way that way.
So that is it. So I hope you agree with the fact that ambiverts do exist. That I
I
exist.
still stand on my ground that
We
there's no need
exist.
for being an having an.
So you're an
ambivert.
introvert person.
Yeah.
You're an introverted person.
Of course.
Introvert, you do not possess the
If you
traits.
should see me outside, like having an extrovert trait, you know that there's a reason for that. It doesn't change the fact that I'm an introvert.
Introverts, yeah, that's true. Even
there
me,
any
say, I'm an
possibility-
introvert.
Is there any possibility for introvert to be successful in an extroverted dominated space?
For me personally, it's going to be very, very difficult.
For an introvert,
But see,
Very
the possibility of an introvert succeeding in an extroverted area, it's very, very low. So you just have to push yourself. Okay, this place I have no option but to push my. Let me say for instance, you are being invited to a party, and you know that for me to enjoy myself in this party, I have to push myself. I have to dance. I have to.
what about
Aside-
in a
aside from the
workspace?
party-
What about a workspace?
In the works, like, it's not easy. Like, it's
it's
very,
going to
very
be
difficult
difficult.
because people are not mind readers.
Even if you are
not talking, if you are not contributing, if you are not saying what is on your mind, like,
extrovert person, they will always choose that person over you because you
Yes.
don't have the vibe.
That's why I mention of determination. You have to be determined. You have to push yourself.
But you are
for you to-
introvert. Like you are introvert.
Yes, it doesn't change the fact
It's
that
in
you are
you.
introvert.
It's in you. You can't force it.
What if I tell you people that have a different opinion that yes, introverts can be successful in an extroverted dominated
They
space?
can. That's why I said the possibility of them being
it's
successful.
very,
It's
very
low.
very
low.
slim.
It's not low.
It's low.
It's not slim.
Unless
Okay,
unless
give us your reason.
Okay,
Unless what?
Let's have your reason.
let's have your reason
Okay.
first.
They can succeed, yeah. Do you know why?
Why?
Like I mentioned earlier, introverts are they are very, very observant. They observe before they talk.
Yeah, sure.
Extroverts are noisemakers. Now, in a workspace,
Extroverts are noisemakers.
let me land. See, in a workspace, the boss, like the CEOs, always know the people that bring out ideas, the people that keeps this thing flowing, and the people that bring gossip, and the people that are filling up the space. Yeah, in a meeting, let's say in a board meeting, extroverts are always the ones that are being put up to bring out ideas. If they are trying to set a particular standard for their sales or something, depending on the company, you see people bringing up their opinion. There's always this person that the CEO will be like, Mr. Adenkule, do you have something to say? Why? Because the person will not say anything when you are saying no. But once the person speaks, it gets everywhere moving, and that is why they are always being hated. But yeah, they can be successful. Why? Because once you keep bringing out your opinion, there's every high tendency that you'll be promoted. You keep being promoted. Why? Because you have that in you. Are not a noisemaker.
You can be an extrovert and be
But I'm
intelligent.
not
saying
The
they
point
are
you just gave.
observant. They are smart. You can't rule
Yeah,
out that.
sure.
Extroverts
part.
cannot be smart.
I'm not saying that they can be smart,
okay.
but you cannot compare how an observer views things and how somebody that makes noise view things. You cannot be an extrovert and
That's what I
and
said.
say that.
Being loud does not mean that you're an extrovert.
But then, Naomi, wait, what you just said now?
Yeah.
Come, like it's because the CEO actually gave him the opportunity. Like, okay, Mr. Adekunle, what do you have to say?
Just like you people said that they have very slim opportunities, chances of succeeding. Why? Because they don't always talk about.
Yeah.
The CEO will call you because he knows that you won't talk when others are talking.
So
they
about
always be like,
situation whereby the CEO, like, okay, just anybody can just talk, and after the thing, okay, I think we are done here. Let's go. So
if you want to
that
keep your
situation?
company moving, you really have to like put your eyes down to
That's
know
the
the
reason why I
ones
said
that are working.
you will have to push yourself because you know you are in a workspace that you need to achieve a lot
There
of
is
things.
no workspace that introverted people do not thrive.
Okay,
the thing is,
aside
okay.
the
fact,
meeting,
most times,
there's levels to
you
these
made
things.
mention of. Do you know that you have to work with your fellow colleague for you to achieve things effectively?
Or let's say
You can't keep doing things on your own.
Introverts do work with people, but like
That's
the
what I'm saying.
extroverted ones always tend up judging them because the way they perceive
Do you know that
things.
in a workspace, an extrovert has the chance of
I'm not
getting
even an
promoted
introvert.
easily than introverts?
That is a big fat
What
lie.
if you are an extrovert and still you are smart, you are intelligent, you have it all?
Then
What will
good
happen
for
in
you
that
now.
case?
I'm not ruling out the fact that people should. Me, I'm extroverted and I'm introverted. I'm just trying to tell you people that
You can't be
introverts
extroverted and introverted.
have that high tendency.
We've-
I'm not talking about
passed
societally
that.
influenced
Yeah, I
introverts.
understand, I
I'm talking
understand.
about people that are naturally calm.
Naturally, yeah.
People that are naturally smart. They are smart. They are very calm. They observe. When they talk one, that one equals that your 10 that you've been talking since.
Okay.
And you cannot be everywhere and still have something to say more than somebody that has been one place observing what you say.
But then I think there's still level to it. Because
There are
if you are
levels to
100% an introvert, even if the CEO decides to ask that, okay, Mr. Adekunle, what do you have? Before you even talk, before you even express yourself, it will be somehow like. But then maybe an introvert,
always-
maybe 70%, like you said, maybe 70% introverts or 30, like something percentage like that can still work. But then
if they're out, exactly, if introvert, if they have something to say, if they're out there in the society, sorry to cut you short though, if they have something to say in a workspace, they are being put up with a responsibility. They always meet up with it. But let me tell you, introverts are mostly remote workers. Because they know that they cannot really associate with people.
They just
do not
work
really
with their
understand
keyboards.
them. It's not as if they cannot try.
How many remote
sure
workers
now.
do we have in Nigeria? Let's be realistic.
This is a computerized
Let's be
age.
Yeah,
let's be
they are not that they are,
realistic. Do you think all remote workers are introverts?
That is not what I'm saying.
No, you
said
said
they
they
are
are
Most of them.
That's not the
They are
point.
mostly
I understand
introverted.
what Naomi is saying, but then in that aspect, they can actually make it, and it's actually okay
Or
for
should
them
we put
because
it-
their
should we
keyboard
put
is
it
their
this
power
way?
at that particular
Most
moment.
introverts are remote workers. Not most remote workers are introverts.
I said introverts are mostly remote workers. It's the same thing.
Do you know for you? Do you know what? Do you know that for you to be a remote worker, you might have studied a particular course for you to be. Do you think it's all introverts that has that opportunity, or do you think it's most of them? See, let me tell you.
That's why I said.
We should look on. No.
See, we are just arguing out of points. Do you know why? For you to call yourself an introvert, obviously you will equip yourselves. You will equip yourself with skills that is needed for you. If you feel you do not have that skill for you to be a remote worker, you go out there and look for work. That is why I said yes. They can also strive in the workspace.
It's the same thing I'm saying.
It's not the same thing you're saying, but that is it. But then, do we think that introverts are being even given enough opportunities into society? Because people feel that people that are introverted, that because they don't because they are introverted, they might come out and like spoil things for them because of how they. Do you think they are even being given enough opportunities? You as an introvert.
in a Nigeria setting, I don't feel like anybody creates opportunity for anybody. You create opportunity for yourself.
Okay.
Yes, especially that's why I feel like extrovert has this tendency of being successful more than an introvert because of them. Naturally, they create opportunity for themselves. You just see them in a public space where they don't even know anybody. Before you know, they start talking. Before you know, they've created this kind of relationship with that person.
Okay, so you're trying to say that extroverts make better leaders than introverts.
Extrovert
You said
leadership.
they have the more tendency of being guinea than introverts.
Yeah, leadership. When it comes to leadership has nothing to do with being an introvert or an extrovert. Being a leader has to do with so many things. There are some people that are called born leaders. In business studies, we call it I think informal leaders. I stand to be corrected.
Okay.
So those ones, you just see them based on their personality. You know that this person is a good leader based on the way they act. No, it has nothing to do with being an introvert or being an extrovert. Yes.
If you want to be a leader, you have to be in between. Sometimes you have to be. That's why we said ambivert exists.
Do you know that an introvert can be a very good leader? And an extrovert can also be a very good leader.
Introverts they don't lead. They are the backbone.
That's a big lie.
Introverts don't lead. They are not leaders.
That's a big lie.
They are not leaders.
We've seen.
They are backbones to things.
They
invent things
it's not
for
possible.
You to use. They are always the underground people. They are not out there to lead you.
Do you know that an introvert can make a very good decision than an extrovert because they stand more to think more before pushing out decision.
Thank you. So then you finally align it with what I said.
See, I'm trying to create. No. I'm trying to make a point. See, that's one unique thing about introverts. Yeah, they assimilate more. Like they think before giving a decision. Yes, that's why I said being an introvert or an extrovert has nothing to do with a leader. Has nothing to do with leadership.
Okay then. Okay, so let's not forget the fact that ambiverts exist.
Yes.
So we should not rule out the fact that ambiverts exist because of what Mr. Daniel thinks.
I never said they don't exist.
If you're a person that is introverted because of how society how you've been forced to be staying indoors, just know that the world doesn't really end because of what you're passing through. There is always hope when you step out there, and always do not forget that the person right close to you might always be a help to you. Do not always rule out people because you feel society has failed you. Yeah, once there is hope, there is life. And the devil's workshop, an idle mind is a devil's workshop. Don't forget that.
So guys, this will be the end of Duality of Introvert and Extrovert.
Thank you for coming, Mr. Daniel. We are so glad to have you around.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. So I hope we've been able to convince you guys, not to confuse you, that it is normal for you to own your own personality traits, and you cannot fake any personality trait. So guys, we've been able to unpack the misconceptions about the strengths and challenges of introverts and extroverts, and this will be the end of this episode. Thank you guys for watching. Do not forget to like, comment, share to your friends and family, and more importantly, subscribe. Bye guys, see you next Friday.
Same time, same day, same place.
Yeah.